Much respect between these two as they start off what is a best of 15 leg final. We've already had 5 different winners in 6 events this year. Only Dirk van Dijvenbode winning twice.
Game on.
But he fell to Michael van Gerwen earlier on today. Josh Rock against van Gerwen promises much. What do you think about the winner of this
100.
one? Mark, it's just the kind of game that we really like to get our teeth into these days.
It is indeed. Rock rode his luck, didn't he, in the semi-final against Ratajski, missing doubles that could maybe have put the pole in pole position, but Rock made it through. Van Gerwen, who was pushed by Dirk van Dijvenbode, and when he was, that average went up just short of 105. And you just wonder if Van Gerwen can deliver that kind of performance here 59. In the final. If he does, he's going to take some stopping, but Rock over the day has got the better averages.
Indeed he has. But they're just a guide as to what has
60.
already happened. We've got no idea what's going to happen next. Now Van Gerwen, if we're looking into the past just for a few seconds,
132.
It's a legendary career. We know that. He's won 33 of these Players' Championships. And if you think that's impressive, get your teeth into this
140.
one. The last year he did not win one was 2011. A year that he was focusing more on rebuilding his confidence via the development tour. He won on that system. But he has won every single season in an event like this since then. That's 11 straight seasons.
45.
Yeah, it's some stat, isn't it? 33 wins in this format. Just the one for Josh Rock. But Rock is going to get first look at a finish.
50.
And as we've seen in finals in recent weeks, Van Gerwen quite been getting the job done, and Rock steps in and takes out 56 for a 1-0 lead.
Do you know what's funny as well? We mentioned those 33 victories. But what we haven't mentioned
137.
is the fact that he's won 16 UK Open qualifiers as well, which were the same format as Players' Championships when they were used. So, this could be a really big day for Michael, because if he wins this final, it will be putting UK Open qualifiers and Players' Championships together.
96.
Number 50.
Josh Rock will be hoping to make the Dutchman wait.
100.
And it's been a steady enough start from Rock.
Yeah, it will be number 2 for him. Just the 48 behind.
58.
But then Josh Rock is very much of the same sort of mould coming into the elite, like Van Gerwen did in 2005, 2006. Because that was the year that Michael won his first ranking title in the BDO, 2005. It was in Norway, beating Tony Martin in the final. He would go on to win the World Masters a year later.
These are the types of finishes that if Rock can take out, he may well enjoy some success here in Germany. He's going to leave it handy. 96. He's going to make Van Gerwen might only get 1 at a double. As it is, it's 2 at double 8. Just kiss one off the barrel, he does, and it is 1-1 on throw here early on in the final.
Incredibly important shots, like 70, 72, 56s.
59.
If you can take those out when you get them, you're going to put yourself in a really good spot. But if you miss shots like that and Rock gets a look at tops, it could be a very different dynamic to this final.
Max for Michael, who steps all over Rock's opening 59.
100.
And only a ton. So Van Gerwen here has got the darts and has got a big chance for a breaker throw.
98.
Not a massive amount of 180s from these two coming into this final. Only 12 for Josh, 15 for Van Gerwen.
81.
I don't think we're looking at massive 180 hitters in these two. They've been
96.
somewhat usurped by the likes of Damon Heta and Dirk van Dijvenbode and Luke Humphries over the last 6 to 9 months. 127.
100.
It was actually Van Gerwen that hit this shot for the famous 127 in game.
Well, he's not going to get it on this occasion. So Rock 161 right at the opening game of the day. Mensa Sulovic took out this 1-6-1. But Rock can't follow suit, so Van Gerwen for a breaker throw will be back for tops.
137.
Again, not for the first time today. Rock's layup plays magnificent, but will it pay off? Van Gerwen now needs 10s. Not a bad marker.
Game shot.
And gets it in. First break in the final goes the way of the Dutchman.
That was a nice little assist, wasn't it? I'm not sure where that was going if it wasn't for dart 2. But sometimes when you hit the back of the net, you don't care how it goes in as long as it does.
95.
So Van Gerwen with the early break. What can Rock do by way of a response?
140.
Nice opening throw.
A little bit of freedom for Josh as well when he thinks about the
60.
fact that he's under pressure when he plays most of his matches, but when he's playing Michael, he can have a little bit of freedom because
81.
MVG's the one who is under the pressure, in my opinion. I know he's won an event last year, but when he did,
96.
it wasn't a shock to people. But maybe winning in your first season is just going a little bit quicker than people realise.
But Rock has put himself in a good position. That last start will anger him somewhat. What can Van Gerwen do from 250? Needs a treble himself and gets one with the last start. That leaves him on a finish. So Rock here from 195. Can he lay up again? Not this time, he can't.
83.
Did you see that little squint when he hit that treble 1? It was almost like a micro reboot on his way to getting 60 more with the next
94.
off. This is a really big out. Great guide for a 60. Double 16.
80.
And what a chance for MVG now to take one of those finishes that I was talking about.
Yeah. Triple 10 was the target, so single 20 will leave. Double 16, and he steps in where Rock couldn't. 3-1. And Rock will look at that as an opportunity that slipped through his fingers. Race to 8, of course, in the final. Van Gerwen leads 3-1.
He never gets bored of winning, does he? It's one of the reasons why he's in everybody's top 5 players of all time and most people's top 2. Winning never gets old. Losing always sucks.
96.
I was writing a piece actually this week about the way that Michael is so magnanimous in defeat.
93.
He is the best player I've ever met in defeat. He always takes it so well and brilliantly as a champion.
140.
But he's the best winner I've ever seen as well.
Yeah, very generous, isn't he, in his post-match interviews. He'll be hoping today that when he speaks to Dan, Dawson, it'll be as a winner, not as a runner-up.
He never, ever blames anybody else. He always shoulders the responsibility.
53.
Maybe this is a little bit of a leg off. Always looking to set records, and
99.
he loves to be the last person to leave the building. There aren't many people left here at Halle 39.
85.
It's very quiet here. And it now means that if that roar that we heard from the semi-final is needed for Michael,
136.
he'll use it. He's not going to put anybody off.
Yeah, it'll bounce around this venue. As Van Gerwen down to 126.
140.
Quite a maximum for Rock. So Van Gerwen with time will look at 19s. And he gets
140.
6 of them to lead. double six, and he'll be back for double six, despite what Rock can do here.
Maximum leaves double 18.
100.
You'd expect Michael to hit this anyway. And he
Game
does.
shot.
For the halfway point. What has Rock got to do to get in front? I saw a match earlier today that was bonkers between Kim Huybrechts and Boris Krutschmer. It was on the other
100.
streaming board. Kim Huybrechts was 3-0 up, averaging 117. Then it was 3-3.
130.
Then it was 5-3 to Huybrechts. And you thought, well, he's stopped the rot. He's going to go on and win now. At no point was Krutschmer
96.
in front until the last dart. 168 was hit by Huybrechts to leave a double in the last leg. And Krutschmer took it 100. One of the games of the day.
180.
And you just get the feeling that Rock is going to have to do something like that to win this final.
Yeah, those three-figure checkouts are the ones that he needs to step in and
138.
take. He's left himself a big one here. Van Gerwen
140.
piles on the pressure, looking for a potential 11 darter, unless Rock can take out 167, treble 19, no. So Van Gerwen,
99.
and this could be a pivotal moment in this final, needs 47.
Double break time.
Game shot.
It's like he's got his cup of tea. Someone's just given him a Kit Kat and he snaps it in half. Probably doesn't even know what a Kit Kat is. They have different chocolate in the Netherlands.
58.
But this is looking pretty sweet for MVG.
This is a chance though for Rock.
180.
Maximum. He needs more of those to get him down to finishes. Van Gerwen, who had a quiet start to this leg.
97.
So Rock with a chance to break back. He does need a double break.
It won't feel for Michael as well that it's been a winless season so far.
140.
He was eliminated in Kiel in the first European Tour event. Hasn't won on the floor yet, but he's won 3 times in the Premier League.
137.
So he will feel like he's been a serial winner already. In that mental space, is that giving him the edge in this final?
96.
Maybe, but Rock here, 85 required. Van Gerwen looking to put some pressure on, and that pressure is applied.
139.
So 85 here for Rock for a break back. Gonna have to go 16 for the bull. He's hit the treble, so moves up for
Game
double
shot.
9. That's the type of finish Josh Rock needs. And that was out of the top draw, moves back within 2.
He gave that double 9 everything. He just sensed that it was coming out of the hand just the tiniest bit late. So he kept his forearm up high for as long as possible to give it a chance. And it was perfectly measured in the end.
140.
You intrinsically know how a dart is going to go when you're about 90% through the throw.
59.
And right there, he was just trying to save it. It's a bit like when you're on the downswing of a golf shot and you know that you're just on the inside a bit and you're trying to save it with your hands.
81.
They're incredibly instinctive, these players.
Going looking for a max.
180.
Plenty of room in there for a few more as well. Rock here under pressure all of a sudden. Nice switch.
He can't afford to keep losing that
82.
line. He did in the semi-final against Ratajski a little bit. That's really good play from MVG.
136.
He knew that 2 single 19s left to finish. But by getting 4 19s, he leaves a number that every dart player likes. And it's a shot he's already had a shot at in this final.
88.
Yeah, he got to the double 6. What can he do this time? Well, treble will leave the ball. Doesn't get it. So Rock again
58.
is going to get a chance for a decent 3-figure checkout.
He does get a shot at tops.
91.
And that may be the biggest dart of this final so far. But it very much depends on what Michael does next when he goes for double 16.
36.
First real miss from Van Gerwen. Rock then needs 10s. 3 darts at the target. Nice marker. Oh, comes inside. Double 5.
10.
Well, those might be the missed opportunities that cost him this match, because Van Gerwen now needs double 16. He's way inside. Double 8. Nervy moments. Van Gerwen just moves along the hockey. And he's
16.
overpitched it, so Rock survives again.
I didn't expect him to miss that. Neither did Josh.
Game shot.
That's the biggest double of this match so far. I know Van Gerwen has still got a break of throw, but ultimately being let off there
180.
has just fueled MVG's anger in this final game on Sunday.
You don't forget more
100.
Players' Championship action tomorrow here in Hildesheim. Looking forward to it already.
Well, today's been crackers.
135.
We've had some poor performances, some unexpected performances. Great run for Bradley Brooks today. Got to mention that. Well done to Bam Bam. A personal best run in the
100.
Players' Championship. But ultimately, 2 heavy hitters in the final match. And tomorrow will be just as unpredictable, I'm sure.
134.
Will indeed. I'd like to go in Price get on tomorrow. Knocked out in the opening round here today. Well, Michael Van Gerwen will
130.
looking to re-establish that 2-leg lead.
Game shot.
And he gets it. 6-4 Van Gerwen leads.
If he was to win this title, Van Gerwen would be 1 behind
60.
in his tally of Players' Championships compared to his Euro Tour successes. He's got 35 European Tour titles.
180.
It would be 34 Players' Championships if he was to get 2 more legs. These are supposedly easier to win than European Tour events. He's just said no. He was 4 perfect darts in there. I was getting
137.
excited.
He went 5 in the last leg, didn't he? So he's threatening. Brendan Dolan earlier on did hit the perfect 9. Fallon Sherritt yesterday became the first woman in PDC history to hit a 9-darter. There's Van Gerwen looking to get this done in quick time.
134.
Rock again gets a look at 161.
That was a bad dart from Josh. That came out sideways.
81.
Van Gerwen's got his pick. It will be double 16. And
Game
double
shot.
8 doesn't cost him this time. A 3-leg cushion. And he now has the chance to serve it out by 8 legs to 4.
Yeah, it's been pretty clinical stuff, hasn't it, from Van Gerwen?
93.
And he's almost there now. 1 leg away on his own throw. And Josh Rock's run is over. Van Gerwen averaging just under 100. Rock just over 101. But as today has proved, averages don't mean anything. It's all about getting your hands on the big prize at the end of it. And Van
134.
Gerwen potentially 6 darts or so away from doing that today.
2 Players' Championship finals this season have been settled by 8 legs to 4.
123.
Both of them involving Ryan Searle, winning one and losing one. And in fact, the last one that we had, which was
100.
won by Dirk van Dijvenbode against Ryan Searle, that was 8-4. And if this isn't big, it looks like this
100.
could be 8-4 as well.
It could be. Van Gerwen then laying up. Oh, look at this. Oh, an errant dart. Well, that just
81.
makes it interesting, doesn't it, for Rock? All is not lost yet.
He takes out the 138 chance to leave tops. And it's a bit
59.
messy.
93 then for the prize. Now he needs treble 18, so he's making a little bit of a mess of this, and Rock's got a
43.
lifeline, 119.
Even with all of his experience, you can tell that Michael is just thinking about it a little bit. And now he's got that chance that
54.
everybody dreams of when they wake up.
Yeah, 45, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
He's just going to make sure he's got the right shot first. And it is 48 for a 34th
Game
Players'
shot.
Championship win.
NMH, Michael.
Michael Van Gerwen, you hear the roar. There might not be a crowd to react to, but he loved that one, Van Gerwen. There it is. First win of the year. Josh Rock, runner-up here in Hildesheim, but Michael Van Gerwen wins again. Average of 98.29.